Hey, it's Matt, the Homebrew hero here. Today we are going to be brewing a Lemon Witbier. It's my own recipe. Instead of using like the orange peel and the sweet and bitter orange peel, I'm going to be using real lemons, zest from those lemons, and also the juice. About the Witbier style, it's from Belgium. It was really popular in the 17th and 18th century in Brussels. After World War II, it almost disappeared, but then came back again. Hoegaarden would be a popular brand that you may be familiar with. We're going to be aiming for about gravity of 1050, 19 IBUs. With this style, you generally want to be in between 1 and 20 on your IBUs. Okay, let's just take a look at what we're working with today. In this grain bag, we have all our grains. We're going to be using 3 pounds of Pilsner, 4 pounds of white wheat. There's a half a pound of flaked wheat, which is going to give us some better head retention. It's going to give us some body. Also, we have some flaked oats in there, which will have the same effect, and it gives it a better mouthfeel. As far as for our hops, I wanted some Hallertau, but they didn't have any. This is in place of that. Liberty, it's a good substitute. You could use Liberty or Crystal, those would be good substitutes. It's a mild, slightly spicy flavor. We're gonna add that at the beginning of our boil, a whole ounce. Then we're gonna add a whole ounce of Citra, so we're not gonna get too much bittering out of that, but we will get some good aroma and flavor. And then we're gonna add some coriander at about 5 minutes left. I'm only gonna use 1/4 ounce of this. So usually when you're making a wit beer, you'd be using like orange peel. In our case, we're doing a lemon one, so we're gonna take some zest from these lemons and add that probably just right at the end of the boil. But we're also gonna juice these lemons, hopefully get around a cup or 2 cups, and throw that into our fermenter after it's done fermenting. As for our honey, we got a whole pound of honey. You never want to go over 30% unless of course you're making a mead, which you can go up to 100%. For this honey, we're gonna add that also after it's done fermenting. You can put it in right when you're done, you know, when you turn the boil off, but you're gonna lose more flavor that way and aroma. And our yeast, we're using Y yeast, the Belgian wit. White Labs, they also do their own brand of this. This is the kind of yeast they use in Belgium for their wit beers. Kind of tart, and if you've ever had like Hoegaarden or something like that, kind of similar to that. So this is what we got. Let's make an awesome beer. Okay, we're gonna get our strike water ready. We got 9 pounds of grains. 9 pounds of grains, so we're gonna get 9 quarts in there. If you're doing any kind of mash stepping with this, or using a different amount of water, you definitely want to use Beer Smith to make sure you hit your target. We're going for 154. Okay, getting our strike water up to 170. It's really windy out today, that's why I got this thing just blocking the wind so it doesn't blow out my flame. So, like almost 150. Alright. Test our temperature, see where we're at. Alright, we got that temperature where we want it now, so just gonna pour it in there. Close it up and we'll take a temperature reading, make sure we're where we want to be. Just about we're basically where we want to be. So close this baby up for an hour. Okay, so we're going to measure out 0.25 ounces of this. And then grind it up. There we go. Cool. So there we go, we got our crushed coriander seed there. Got 11 minutes left till that's gonna be done mashing. Filling up our sparge water that we're gonna heat up to 170. Okay, now we're gonna get the zest from 2 lemons. I'm just gonna use a peeler. There's probably a tool to do this, I'm sure, but I don't have that tool apparently, so. Okay, so you can see we only took off the peel. We don't want the white pulpy part underneath. Okay, we got our sparge water heating up. That'll take a little while. And now we're gonna do our first runnings here. 1 quart. Just gonna pour that back on top. It's coming out pretty clear. We're gonna start draining some of it out while this is heating up. It should be up to 170 pretty soon. Okay, we got it up to 170. It's kind of hard to read, it's all fogged up, but we're ready to sparge. So you just get it right above the grain bed like that. After it goes below again, just fill it back up to that line again. Keep doing that until we've collected 6.5 gallons. So still draining, we're about halfway. Okay, we got 6.5 gallons here.
Why?
Okay, we are boiling. So we're gonna throw in an ounce of this Liberty and we're gonna boil it for 60 minutes. There you go. Okay, so we have 5 minutes left in the boil. We're gonna add our coriander seed and our whirl flock tablet. Ooh, what a smell. Okay, so our boil is over. We're gonna turn off the heat. Gonna pull out our bittering hops real quick. Add that lemon zest. And oh, the lemon smells really strong. And then we're gonna throw in an ounce of Citra and we're gonna leave that to steep for 3 minutes. So it's been 3 minutes. We're gonna pull the hops out that we had steeping. Now the wort chiller, we've already sanitized this with some Star Sand, so we're gonna get this baby cooling off. I've been doing ice baths up until now. If you can get your hands on a wort chiller, it would be for the better. So much quicker to cool off. Ooh, comes out real hot at first though. Got the wort chiller in here, got it down to 100 degrees, so as soon as we get it to about 80, it should be good. Okay, we got it down to 80 degrees. Got our filter here. It's just a big paint straining bag is all it is. Get a little on my foot. Take our gravity reading. Look at all that C2. Got everything in our fermenting bucket, the airlock on. We're gonna put this in our closet. It'll probably stay around 70 degrees. Okay, it's been a couple days. So you can see the primary fermentation's done. So we're gonna add in our pound of honey. I'm gonna cut up these lemons and juice them. I got everything sanitized, but I'm not going to pasteurize any of this stuff. Let's see how much lemon juice we can get out of this. This lid is a bitch to get off. Yeast is gonna go crazy for this. Yeah, this is let it sit another couple weeks, 2-3 weeks. So that's how you do it. That's how you make a lemon witbier. I hope yours turns out just as delicious as mine.